Yeah, that's a grebe right there. Grebes are interesting because they're their own wilderness, own species. They got their own thing going on. But Articles of Redemption, let's go, which brings me to St. Hans Egede, who went out to colonize out there in Greenland. Some dude ran up when I was in the alleyway. I was all tweaked out, needed somebody to talk to, so it interrupted this video, but hang on one second. Dude just needed somebody to talk to. I asked him, I said, well, what's the one thing that helps you get off the meth? He said, God. So Hans' mission was to go up as a Lutheran priest to try to find his North settlers that they thought that they lost out there. And his wife Gertrude and his whole family didn't want to go because they didn't believe in him. But Hans believed in his mission. He wasn't going to give up. So he goes out there, finds out there ain't no North settlers out there. They must have all died off. Instead, he's up there with the Eskimos. And the Eskimos didn't believe in Christianity. They were shamans, and they did a lot of stuff. And so they didn't really like him very much because he started imposing on them who God really truly is. But the one way that he would get them was that he would sing to them a lot. You know what I mean? Come thou font of every blessing, tune thy heart to sing thy praise. And so they loved it, you know what I mean? The Eskimos loved all the singing. Eventually, Hans won the Eskimo people over because they ended up getting smallpox. And so he took them all in, you know what I mean? And he healed them from it with prayer and petition and God's love. Eventually, some other colonizers came out, started saying that what Hans was doing was trying to enforce doctrine, when really they were just trying to say that he needed to win souls. And so they got into a lot of arguments and debates over whose God was who and who was doing what for who. But at the end of the day, Jesus won the argument with faith and love. Hans' wife ended up dying, and he ended up going back to Scandinavia, but he left his sons there. And now Greenway is 95% Christians, and mostly all Inuit people have converted to Christianity thanks to Hans' dedication and commitment to his faith. All glory to God, because St. Hans went through many trials and tribulations to believe. His family rejected him. He was isolated from his people. There was all kinds of environmental problems, all kinds of diseases and famines and plagues, but he still rose up to pronounce Jesus as Lord. And because Jesus is king in his heart, those people saw it through and they believed. And now Norway is a really great place to live. There's not all of these problems with our society like there is in America. And God bless that dude for trying, no matter what happened to him, and dying for what he believed in.